There we go. There we go. Hello. 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 Welcome. 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 Welcome to 12-step transformational belief system. And this is one tap mindset. And what we do here is that we bring brain training or neuroplasticity or memory reconsolidation into a 12-step program. And the 12-step program helps you uncover, discover what you need for yourself to be able to transform a belief, an emotion, and perception, a behavior. Maybe you have issues of some sort. Sometimes people say issues. You got issues. Is that a me thing or is that a you thing? And those are something that you can bring into. So I will go over what it is to be in a 12-step meeting, at least this particular one. We encourage you to take what you like and leave the rest. So only in that way are you free to explore and experience and expand your awareness to what is yours and what is mine. So let's see here. What we're going to do is we will read. The meetings are Mondays at 9:30 and Thursdays at 5:30 Central Daylight Savings Time. And let's see here. So we start with the moment of silence. And in this moment of silence, take a deep breath in and out of your nose, nice and slow, with ease, with awareness. And just try this right now as you are doing the listening and you're listening to me. Pay attention to who is doing the listening. It's the listener, it's what you are. Experiencing is your beingness or your presence before thought. So this might be an opportunity to just state to yourself in awareness in this moment in time, and as you breathe in and out of your nose, nice and slow, just say, I thank you. I love you. Forgive me. And I'm sorry. And this could be said to your little parts, your hurt parts, your angry parts, it could be said to the bigger part of you that knows. And I just want you to notice what you notice. And there's nothing wrong or nothing right here at this moment in time. It's just an opportunity to be aware and be grateful and thankful for what is available and what is present. So in this meeting, we like to have you take the time to write down what you would like to get out of the meeting. Maybe some peace, maybe you would like to get some, maybe you want to pay the bills today, tomorrow, the next day. You just need some energy to do it. You need some joy to be with your children, your partner, whatever it is that you might want to get out of participating in this meeting. So the statement of purpose is our meeting lasts for approximately 1 hour. During this hour, we come together for mutual support. We come to learn how we have access to power and the power to create a life by design. The group conscious requests that all present refrain from gossip, dominance, discussion of religion, treatment centers, self-help programs, counseling, advice giving, the use of materials other than one tap mindset approved literature principles. Remember that we keep the focus on us and not on others. And we thank you for your cooperations and effort to stick to the one tap mindset principles. So what we do is first of all, I want to acknowledge and thank you for participating at whatever level of participation you participate works. That is the miracle. That is the the grace that however you show up, it works, and you are able to get what you like and leave the rest. So we'd like to share our experience, strength, and hope in this process in brain training and being able to change memories, being able to change traumas. We have been inspired to participate in this meeting and other meetings because we want to bring the hope of faster EFT, eutaptics, where you can actually take some transformation into your life and into any area of your life that's important. So you can get a buddy, a tapping buddy, a partner, someone that you could share what it is that is troubling you in a way that could empower you. So we're going to start reading the 10 Commandments, and the 10 Commandments are why we have problems, why we have issues, and we believe these to be 100% true to everyone, anyone that is breathing in this planet. So we teasingly, tongue-in-cheek, would like to say this is why we have problems. And Natasha, did you want to read? So the 10 Commandments. So why we have problems, issues, pains, why we have patterns, why we have programs, why we have the expression of life in our environment, why we have those. So number one, before you were born, the stage was set.
Number 2, they, your caregivers, had skills.
3, you were born into the human condition.
4, they impacted you.
5, you develop coping skills.
6, you created a belief system about who you are.
7, you created an identity. I am.
8, you will find your place in the world.
9, you will have patterns. You have data, patterns, structures, themes, and stories.
10, therefore, all problems are metaphoric, unconscious expressions that are built from our inner reference, whether consciously remembered or not.
Your brain, body, mind will express and create before you what you hold inside that has already been learned, and it repeats itself because the brain likes patterns. So it repeats emotions, feelings, thoughts, sensations, and much, much more. Okay, and the 12 steps of transformational living belief system. Number 1, this is how you transform any problem, any issue, any pain, any symptom. And I feel maybe kind of counterintuitive. If you're dealing with anger management, if you're dealing with drug, alcohol, if you're dealing with phobias, the first step you would do is you would take ownership. You take complete ownership. And kind of how you would do that is by maybe you do it verbally, maybe you do it internally, maybe you do it physically. You take complete ownership. And that could look in different ways. Like, let me give you an example. So let's say I have a drinking problem. And if I'm really quiet and sincere, I know I can blame my parents for it, the community for it, the guy who sold it to me. We can blame other people for that. Same thing with an illness. If you have ailment or sore back or your hair's turning gray, whatever it is, if you own that, like, I am doing this to me somehow, some way, I don't know how, the brain has picked it up and I have created this environment. So taking complete ownership can look that way as well. Number 2,
Seek truths.
and coming to one of these classes is an opportunity, or this meeting is to seek truths. And there's so many truths out there, and those truths all have an expansion or contraction of who you are as a human being. So the truth that you are loved, that you are human, and that you are, everything that you do in your life is inherently for good, for love, for survival. So seeking truths can be through different modalities and different avenues. And I think the big thing is you just want to keep looking and seeking truth to adopt transformational living. Okay, 3, speak truths into wisdom.
4, recognize and develop inner communication.
5, understand and know your heart, mind, body connection.
6, honor and transcend. Release, rewrite, rewire all stories, pains, and hurts. Data programs within you.
7, transform, aim, and persist with playfulness. Integrate all unpleasant memories.
Number 8, create meaningful relationships with yourself and others.
9, cultivate ultimate forgiveness, moment by moment, thought by thought.
10, observe, notice, experience with non-judgment, living from non-attachments, and cling to nothing.
11, create empowerment with intention and be inspired to allow a life by design.
Number 12, live with passion and become highly emotionally intelligent.
Very good. So these are the 12 steps of transformational living belief system. And most of our mindset and modalities come from NLP, from hypnosis, from brain reconsolidation, memory reconsolidation. So those are all formats that enable you to start creating a life by design. So here are some of the 64 mindset attitudes and promises, a mental diet. Number 1, find yourself able to create something out of nothing, new realities, new future.
2, restore an affinity with anyone at any time under any circumstances.
3, be able to shift your communications to being possibility-based and generative.
Discover a new way of listening that allows you to be in communication in any conversation.
5, have a newfound freedom and peace of mind.
6, experience a new level of power, self-expression, and leadership.
7, have reliable access to being free to be yourself without programs.
8, experience effectiveness in all areas of your life, a sense of peace and serenity.
9, share authentically your life's possibility, knowing that we run programs, they are either conscious or unconscious.
10, commit to offer, request something that is important to you, extend an invitation.
11, find that self-expression comes naturally and easily to you, and that you are readily able to elicit it from others as well.
12, communicating with a new level of impact, effectiveness, and peace of mind.
13, experience being heard and hearing others beyond what is said in a way that each of you is truly known to another.
14. Communicate in ways that create new futures in your relationship, families, job, and community.
15. Gain structures, tools, and skills that create health, wealth, and happiness in areas that are most important.
16. We will become more responsible individuals with a great capacity for joy, fulfillment, and wonder.
17. Though we may never be perfect, continued conscious progress will reveal to us the enormous potential.
16. We will discover that we are worthy of love and loving.
19. We will love others without losing ourselves, and we will learn to accept love in return.
20. Our sight, once clouded and confused, will clear, and we will be able to perceive reality and recognize truth.
21. Courage and consciousness will replace fear.
22. We will be able to risk failure to develop new hidden talents.
23. Our lives, no matter how battered and degraded, will yield hope to share with others.
24. We will begin to feel and will come to know the vastness of our emotions, but we will not be slaves to them.
25. Our secrets will no longer bind us to shame.
26. As we gain the ability to forgive ourselves, our families, and the world, our choices will expand.
27. With dignity, we will stand for ourselves, but not against our fellows.
28. Serenity and peace will have meaning for us as we allow our lives and the lives of those we love to flow day by day with divine love, ease, balance, and grace.
29. No longer terrified, we will discover we are free to delight in life's paradox, mystery, and awe.
30. We will laugh more.
31. Fear will be replaced by gratitude. It will come naturally as we realize that our conscious continued awareness is doing for us what we could not do for ourselves.
32. We will acquire growing acceptance of our human programs as greater love and tolerance for each other.
33. Self-pity, resentment, martyrdom, rage, and depression will fade and flip to gratitude, freedom, and peace.
34. Community rather than loneliness will define our lives. We will know that we belong, we are welcome, we have something to contribute, and that is enough.
35. We are motivated by our internal reactions, which are driven by pain or pleasure.
36. The avoidance of pain, feeling, or what we don't want is the biggest and most powerful motivator in our life.
37. Fear, anger, stress, emotional traumas, guilt, sadnesses, rejections, abandonments, and so much more are felt physically or stress reaction or pain.
38. Your body is a mirror of your emotional experiences, beliefs, fears, and attitudes.
39. Our bodies tell the truth even when the conscious mind is unaware of what that truth is.
40. Everything we say and do, what you believe to be true or not, is a representation of our view of the world. We do not operate directly from the world, but from our perception of it.
41. Our memories are not the real world. They are recorded information from a distorted viewpoint of who we are. From these experiences, we created a view or understanding of the world. It's our own perception, which is learned.
42. We have an internal representational system, visual, auditory, feeling, smells, and taste. Memories seem real because they are accompanied by feelings and emotions.
Memory is an active synthetic process, therefore can change its meaning. Therefore, you can change its meaning.
Right. 44. Memories are not you. They are distorted viewpoint recorded neurologically in your brain. Memories are flexible and changeable.
45. You don't necessarily believe what you see, but rather you see what you already believe. Belief created your experience. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he.
46. The mind and body work as one because they are one. What affects the body also affects the mind, and what affects the mind also affects the body.
47. Your brain will operate all by itself, or you can take control of it since it's yours.
48. Your happiness comes from the level of control you have internally.
49. Since we operate from our inner perceptions, which are developed from our experiences, we have patterns, strategies, or certain ways of seeing, feeling, and hearing things. Already, always hearing and listening.
50. Our current problems are metaphoric expressions of our internal representations based on our old experience, stories, ideas, and beliefs, which are expressed physically.
51. We have life strategies or patterns, which are our inner guidelines that govern how we interact with the external world.
52. Those who have more strategies and versatility in their life will have greater success and happiness.
53. You attract into your life the people and circumstances that you are in alignment with, what you hold in your subconscious.
54. We are not disturbed by the events that occurred in our lives, but rather how we process and internalize them.
55. It is the thoughts you allow yourself to think, the subjects you allow your mind to dwell upon, which make you and your surroundings what they are.
56. If you change your mind, your conditions must change too.
57. We are transformed by the renewing of our minds, stories, memories.
58. The person and the behavior are different. We are more than our actions.
59. All behaviors are motivated by a positive, self adapted intention.
60. The nice thing about the past is it is over, and all you have is right now.
61. There are triggers that stir up the past memories, feelings, and bring them into the present moment. You can change their impact now with a healthier mindset.
62. The emotional choice and happiness are possible when we learn how to take control of our internal representational systems.
63. I am more than my actions, thoughts, deeds, and feelings. They are not me, but expressions from my current understanding. I am a dynamic person who learns from my experiences, and I am always changing.
64. I am worthwhile and good. I walk into my greater good. My good is everywhere, and I am whole and complete.
Very good. Very good. So we can pick a topic or a step, or we can just comment. I think I wanted to comment on 62. emotionally.
Emotional choice and happiness are possible when you learn how to take control of our internal representational systems.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
there's how you can take complete ownership. When we say take complete ownership and seek truths and speak those into wisdom, is when you do it through faster EFT or brain training modality, your emotional choice. See, I think for some of us, Natasha, at least for me in the beginning, I really thought I didn't have a choice. I really thought that I was dealt a stinky hand,
Mhm.
um, and that I had no choice. And I didn't even think happiness was possible because my happiness, because of childhood, was learned that I have to make my parents happy, my mother happy, like that my happiness unfortunately had a link to another person and not within me, for me.
Right.
So when we learn how to take control of our internal representational system, that's a big way, a big huge way where we can have choice, um, have emotional intelligence, is by taking control of your internal processes. So, like, what would be one or two things that someone can do to take control of their internal representational systems, which are the senses, the smell, the sight, the sound, the sensation, and uh, the taste, the savory.
Yeah. So, first of all, notice, acknowledge what's happening, right? Until we acknowledge what's going on, you need to identify what's going on. Is it a sight? Is it a sound? Is it a feeling in your body? Like, identify what representational system is bothering you, right? And
Yes.
then change it. um so either through tapping, or through breathing, or through using your favorite color, or go listen to some pleasant music, right?
Right. Right. So what you're saying is, let's say someone's feeling angry.
Anger, okay.
So,
So understand, notice that you're feeling angry, acknowledge that you're feeling angry first, right?
uh-huh.
And then what you want to do is interrupt that process, interrupt that anger, whether it's a physical sensation or something that you're seeing, something that you're hearing, and identify how that is bothering you and how it is manifesting in your experience, and immediately identify and then go do something else to interrupt that action.
Right.
So it has, like, it, you need to have some method of interrupting that anger,
Right. So
right?
what
So,
happens is, what
yeah,
wires together fires together. So if you're angry, you have the vision or some kinesthetic, some feeling in your body, you're bubbling, the boiling, your head is heavy or hot, your eyes are
your chest is tight. Yeah.
yeah, you're just that is uh, a connection. That is a You're going into fight, flight, or freeze mode. So you're noticing that you're being angry, getting angry, and what to Natasha's saying is, now you want to collapse that and interrupt that. How I'm sure some of you have heard count to 10 backwards, 10, 9. It really does work if you really
Wriggle
do.
your toes, wriggle
Wiggle.
your toes, right?
Yep.
Notice the temperature of the room around you. Like, shift your focus from that anger to something else.
Yes. And that's one way that you can take control of what's happening inside you through one of those systems. You can go think of, we say go to a happy place. You can go count how many blue things are around the house. You can go count how many squares you see around your space, how many triangles, anything to collapse that synapse, that wiring that occurs. So that is one way that you can, where you can have emotional choice. So knowing that you have emotional choices is big. How you do that, step one, take complete ownership, right? For how you're feeling. Instead of saying, my mom made me mad, you can, like Natasha was saying, you acknowledge it. I am mad. I feel mad. This mad sensation. So you're taking it away from who you are to what it's what the feeling is, to just it's a feeling or it's a sensation. It's not who you are. It's what's occurring.
Right.
So you can say I am mad, and then you're like, oh, this mad feeling, oh, this sensation of feeling mad, and then you interrupt it by counting backwards or singing your favorite song. So that's one way to observe, notice, experience, and then start transforming that sensation or that picture, that image. You can actually create your own imaging if you drive your own bus. In that sense, is drive your own brain. So
Yeah.
that one's really good. That one's a really good one, because I think for me, like I said, at first it was like, I don't get it. I don't get it. How can I change that? I didn't know I had capabilities. I didn't know that I had that structure. Okay,
Yeah.
so I'd like to, did you want to mention anything else on that?
No, that was perfect.
Okay, we're gonna read for closing. And if you guys were in here, we would probably go into more depth and whatever questions you have, and maybe even allow you to experience it. But we will read this. So, Natasha, you read one paragraph, I read another.
Sure. So our deepest fear. Our deepest fear is not that we are helpless or powerless. Our deepest fear is that we are using our greatest potential to manifest our greatest harm.
It is not the experiences that define our life, but rather how our mind still perceives them that defines us. We often ask ourselves, why isn't my life better? And why am I still experiencing the same mess over again?
Honestly, it would be best if you ask the bigger question, who am I really?
Who am I really? Who are you really? Truth be known, within you, there's a powerful force that affects the world. You have an innate ability to manifest, create, and produce anything. It's all from memories and your focus.
You are the creator and translator of both good and bad. That is why most people create a life by default, built from unpleasant experiences. Therefore, continue to manifest the same old mess we have always known.
It is not good and it is not bad. It's just a production. It is just the brain's way to staying in alignment from your past, which is familiar and known. Congratulations, you survived.
There is no judgment or condemnation from God because there's a piece of survival and knowing within us. We use it every day to manifest the life that we currently know. Your current truth, the reality is held and maintained.
Once you discover the simple truth, you're not broken and there's nothing wrong with you, but rather replicating your past today. Therefore, your greatest fear is that you are doing to yourself without knowing how to change.
Therefore, the solution is knowing how to rewrite the stores we hold within. Then your creations and life will change to something even greater.
As you know, life is a journey with many changes, challenges, and opportunities for growth. So, a wise person will keep what's good and rewrite everything else that isn't.
It's the ultimate walk with God and the true gift of love for the, can you scroll up? For those around us. Let transformation shine from your inner being because inside you, you'll find the temple of harmony, kindness, and love. Robert Jean.
That is from Robert G. So that is our closing. Thank you for being here and participating. And there is a link that you can, if you'd like to join us, you can take a screenshot of this. I think this is the link to the Facebook. No, not the Facebook page. The something. Let me. Well, maybe I don't have it. Zoom meeting. Okay, right here. So if you, this is the Zoom. So just click on it, save it in your calendar, register for the meeting, and we're here Mondays and Thursdays, Monday AMs and Thursday PMs, Central Daylight Saving Time.